Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Currently, Barbarians are having a great time in the game, and that is not just because of the new essences, but also because of the new set gear that we got, Prayer for and Winter. Barbarians have a lot of essences relating to chill and freeze, so they can take advantage of this new set. In this video, I'm going to show you two new builds which you can use for open world farming as well as for terror rifts. The first one is going to be with Whirlwind because I really like Whirlwind, and some people don't like to play with Whirlwind, so the second one is not going to is the one going to be without the Whirlwind. Both of these builds work great in farming and terror rifts. Both of these builds use the power of fire and ice. That is what is the cool factor about these builds. It looks the concept of using fire and ice both at the same time is really cool, and it does a lot of damage. So without wasting any more time, let's get into those builds. First one is the Whirlwind one, and in this one we are using Sprint, Wrath of Berserkers, Whirlwind and Cleave. For for Sprint we have the new Pant Essence, and this is the one which is going to chill the enemies around you. For Wrath of Berserker we are using the Sundered Legacy. This is going to give a fire aura. So when you activate Sprint and Wrath of Berserker, basically you are getting both of chill aura as well as fire aura, and this is the main theme of this build. Best part is you can have both of them for full uptime. There is no downtime on these two skills, especially if you have Awakening in your Pant and your offhand, or even your head essence. So moving along, after Wrath of Berserker we are using Whirlwind. For Whirlwind we are using the Whirlwind which draws the power of the wind, and for the armor we are using the Whirlwind which gathers enemy. You can also use the Whirlwind that basically breaks enemies armor, but for open world farming I prefer the gathering one. And finally we have the Cleave, and this one also uses the new Inferno 1 essence, and this is the one which basically freezes any enemy that are already chilled. So Sprint is going to chill the enemies, and when you use Cleave they are going to instantly freeze. So for the helmet, when you use this Inferno 1 essence, this is going to increase your attack speed by 28% and projectile speed by 40%. Now let's move on to the set items. For the set items, since we are using Wrath of Berserker, we have the fire, right? So because of the fire, we can definitely make use of the Banquet of Ice set, and also Wrath of Berserker is going to be buffed by the Grace set. Moving on, we have the chill effect from the Sprint and freeze effect from the Cleave. So definitely we are using the new set, which is going to give 15% more damage to chilled and 30% more damage to frozen enemies. And finally we are using the Vithus. This is going to extend the duration of your beneficial effects by 30%. We are not using 4 pieces of Vithus just because of this new helmet essence, because this helmet essence is basically doing the work of Vithus by increasing your attack speed by 28.5%. The 4-piece V2s is going to increase by 30%, and these two do not stack. So hence we are using this particular helmet, and basically this is going to act like V2s, and also the projectile speed is going to increase. The projectile speed is going to help in Cleave. Basically these Cleave's blade are going to move much faster, right? So now let's go into the wild and see the power of freeze and chill both at the same time. So I've used this, and you can see these enemies are basically chilled and frozen at the same time, but the thing is they die pretty fast. So see, this guy is frozen as well as he is burning. So that's the beauty of this set. You can take advantage of both Banquet of Ice as well as the new and winter set. And the rotation is pretty simple. You activate Sprint, Wrath of Berserker, Cleave, and then you do the Whirlwind. So let's see. If here I activated everything, and then I'm going to do the Whirlwind, and everything is going to melt basically. That was not a good area to test, so let's check out in our basically tried and tested place where you have a lot of mobs. So here you can see it's very easy to destroy all of the mobs just by you just keep activating the new all the 3 skills, and everything is going to burn. This is just similar to the old Whirlwind, the old spin to win thing, but now it has the element of freeze in it, so that's why it works really well. So here is the blue mobs, and they are also going to melt pretty fast. So that's the build. That's a pretty simple build, right? Keep in mind the chill and the freeze effect do not apply to bosses. That's why for dungeons and basically for the main boss, the chill effect is not going to, you are not going to get benefit. But the firestorm does work for the bosses, right? So you can activate your Wrath of Berserker and do the whirlwind, and the firestorm is still going to activate for the boss fights. But the chill and the freeze are not going to activate. Hence, for the boss fight, this set is not useful. So now moving ahead to our next build, and that is going to be the one without the whirlwind, and this one is basically using the chain spear. In this build you do not have to click anything, you just activate all the 4 skills and it will kill all the mobs very easily. So let's look at the essences and skills. Skills, 3 of them are same: sprint, Wrath of Berserker and cleave, and the 4th one is going to be the chain spear. The set items are also going to be same because we are using in the same theme of fire and ice. All of these work really well with these skill. We are using 2 pieces of banquet, 2 pieces of end winter, 2 pieces of grace, and 2 pieces of Vithus. Vithus is basically to extend the duration of your sprint and Wrath of Berserker. For the essences, we are almost using everything same like in the last build. We are only changing our armor piece, in which in this we are going to get chain spear, now conjure the spirit of the ancient. This one is going to basically make your chain spear appear automatically. You do not have to do anything. And for the offhand, we are using the chain spear hurls 2 new additional spears. In this build, the sprint helmet essence of the Inferno one is very useful because it is going to impact your chain spear, and it is going to make your chain spear attack the enemies much faster. And so helmet of the Inferno 1 gear is very important. We are using the sprint of Inferno 1, chilling enemies around us. For the main hand, we are using the cleave, the new Inferno 1 essence, which basically freezes all the enemy that are chilled. And for the shoulder, we are going to use the cleave essence that does more damage to chilled and frozen enemies, right? So basically in this, once you activate your sprint and then you activate your this one, the chain spear, because of the sprint, the speed of this chain spear attack is going to increase by a lot. And there's no downtime on the chain spear, there's no downtime on Wrath of Berserker and sprint. Only cleave had 2-second downtime in this build. So basically for 2 seconds you might not have cleave, but all the other time we are going to have all the 3 essences. The rotation is pretty simple. You activate all the 1, 2, 3, 4, all the 4 skills, and then you just move along and everything is going to die. Basically you might have to stay at a particular place sometimes to kill the enemies. So as you can see right now, I'm basically moving from one mob to another, activating all 4 of my skills, and everything is dying. So now we have a elite monster, and you just see that we are going to basically chill and freeze them and they are going to die. So this build has a very good quality of life. You do not have to think much, you just have to activate 4 skills and just move from one mob to another. So I think because of this, it makes this build very good. And because of the set items, we are getting a lot of damage because we are stacking banquet, we are stacking grace, and we are stacking the end winter. Everything stacks up and it produces a lot of damage. That's why it's very easy to farm with this build, both in open world as well as in Terra Rifts. So that's all for this particular video. I wanted to share these cool builds of fire and ice theme. I hope you liked the video. Consider subscribing if you like the contents of the channel. It helps me a lot. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.